Hannah, thanks very much indeed. Yes, star-studded down on the floor, star-studded up in the commentary box. Pleased to say I'm joined by two Mosconi Cup legends, Jason Shaw and Carl Boys. And when you're thinking about the Mosconi Cup, you naturally think about these two going head to head. I have to make Phil a favourite, but he's by no means a certainty.
Yeah, I think Phil is favourite, but David's been playing well all week. He's won the leg, so let's see what David's going to bring to the table today.
Well, I'm sure you cheered him up.
So the first to blink is Alcaide. He keeps winning.
Yeah, it's obviously, it's got to him losing that. I think when you lose, if you don't learn from it or you don't try to come back stronger, then you're not really willing to put that little bit of effort in or go that extra mile to try and not let it happen again. And Josh is one of those players that is going to go away and put in more time and really want to get yourself back to the top.
Joshua Fuller wins the first rack.
So Fuller won the safety exchange and then, as he does so well, dished up. First blood drawn by the killer.
A draw off the 5-ball actually, not the 7. And he's got second prize there and a very unexpected miss from Joshua.
Now look at the last roll of this one ball, transferred side, then took a big bounce and that helped.
Yeah, I was shocked he missed it by that much, Phil. But like I said, he didn't have much space between the rail and the cue ball and he was jacked up, so David will be delighted just to get back to the table.
Chancing his arm a little bit here. What's he left? Well, he's left an opportunity for Phil.
Yeah, obviously it's tough when you're playing someone like that. You never really know what's going to happen. You know, as you play some other players, you kind of know what's going to happen in the match. You know how it's going to go, how they're going to play. But when you play someone who's just running out and not really feared about going for any shots, then you're kind of like a little bit extra on your toes and it kind of gets to you.
Joshua Fuller wins the rack.
So there it is. Fuller missed the one ball, surprisingly, but he fluked a hook and indirectly won the rack as a result. It's all Fuller at the moment, 3-0 up.
You might kick this from behind if you can get past between the 5 and the 4. Nope, gave it back. I think Fuller might be kicking this ball 2 rails.
Needs to hit this full. Yeah, and that's the problem. He hit it on the left side, and this is going to be a chance for David now. Not an easy chance, especially where it's landed, because potting this one ball. Has he got the angle to get back up for the red 3? Yeah, when kicking that ball, if you hit the one ball full off the second rail, you'll just create the distance. He's down quick, so he must have an angle.
Extension, please.
The beep, he's back working.
And now both players have taken their extension in this rack. It's a 30-second shot clock with 1 extension per player per rack. Imran Majid yesterday took his extension, then tried to take it again, and of course it meant a foul shot.
Yeah, I wonder how his night in the shed went.
Yeah, just nipped round to see him this morning. He's still in the shed.
Yeah, we're saying that because Oh, the mistake has come. That was a bit twitchy. And this is what Phil has been waiting for. This is the sign. So that's the first big mistake in this semi-final. And it was a bad one from David. Put a quick one in.
In his quarter-final against Mario, he had the privilege of writing the report on the World Pool Masters for Billiards Digest recently, and I spoke to Joshua about 20 minutes after he'd lifted the trophy, and I couldn't believe how calm he was. Basically all of the jubilation from winning had gone, and he was thinking about this tournament already. He's got an insatiable appetite for success. He actually said to me, "I'm never satisfied."
Yeah, I don't think he is. He's still young. You know, he's 23, I believe, or 24. Yeah, 24. And yeah, he's just full of confidence, young. He's got nothing to worry about in his life except from just playing pool.
He's an old man. Recovering pain, and he's only 14. He's got 10 years on him. 24, and the list of titles he's won. And he's going to have more.
Joshua Filler wins the rack.
Sanchez, maybe one or two more. They all use the same cue.
Well, David's give this back. Is Filler going to be tempted off the rail and then off the pink 4? It will go if he can hit the rail, just where he's aiming there. If he can find that point, this will go in that pocket. I'm not saying it's an easy shot. David didn't fancy it, which is fair enough. If you don't fancy it, well, you can't play it, can you? Joshua Filler, you are a naughty, naughty boy. What a shot!
The word backfire comes to mind.
Yeah, that was sick. That was a great shot.
He literally hit exactly where he was pointing his Q-tip.
Joshua Filler to break, leading 6 racks to 2.
See that ball again? The back ball straight in the corner, the 8 ball cross side again, that ball going cross side, you'll see it, the 8 cross side into the corner. Right there, and the 3 ball 1 rail into the back. Yeah, and this is not looking good here for Alcaide. Maybe he can. Maybe he has to jack up and try and stun round 2 rails here. Oh, wow.
Ball in hand.
It's that 1 ball again, and David Alcaide is doing Joshua Filler's job for him.
That was a bad miss. He missed it on the opposite side.
Start the clock, please.
Wow. It's difficult when you're on a slick cloth and you're digging down into the ball like that. He's come over to watch the break. Another dry break from Josh. So that's 2 in a row. Now he's going to have to come with another little carom. He's going to try and bank the 6 ball round 3 rails back to where he's pointing and make the 8 ball. He's going to try and swing this 6 round, make the 8, stop the cue ball around there. Oh no.
Wow, look at the cue ball. Don't stand over on that side of the table.
He's living dangerously in this rack, isn't he?
Yeah, now he looks like he might not have a shot.
was a good pot, wasn't it, Jay?
This has been a wild rack already, and that, you see the ball jumping there. Very good shot by David, and now he's got to come with another good shot on the 7 ball to keep himself in this match. Cued that nicely there, and he'll be delighted to get out this rack.
That is David Alcaide's best rack so far. He's fighting hard, he's a warrior, he's the matador.
Yeah, he made contact. After contact as well, you've always got to hit a rail. So there you see he hits it at a rail, so it's a legal shot. So he couldn't just roll up to the 2 ball there. It would be a foul in 9 ball. Phil has jacked up. Well, where's the 2 ball going to finish? He needs it to slow down. If he goes over the pocket, well, he's okay there, Jay.
Yeah, he's tried to play a kind of a 2-way shot there. Try and make the 2 get up there behind it. He knows he's going to have a shot in the 3. If he misses it, he knows he's going to try and have a little bit of cover, but for it to land right there on the bottom rails now left David with a very difficult kick shot.
It's all about the slide. He's going to slide a lot this. It looks close. Oh, good effort, but he's left the pot now. It's all about this pink 4 ball. Looks like it's got a pocket to go past the 8. And if it goes clean, he could then play the 5 up into the top left corner.
I think Filler, you see him shoot this 5 ball after the 4 back up into the top left corner. I don't really see the need to try and play a combination. Yeah, this is tough. This is probably the worst position for a left-hander. Yeah, he's going to shoot this righty.
Extension, please.
Well, we're going to see how talented he really is.
Yeah, he's going to shoot this with his other hand. And he's going to put his glove on his other hand. So he's got his glove upside down. He's got plenty of time.
It's not filling me with confidence, this.
No, he's actually not too bad with his other hand.
Well, I mean, he made it work, but it didn't look
It
great,
didn't go, yeah.
Well, at least we've got something we can take the mickey out of him about. He's not very good with swapping hands. He looked like Ismael Paez then, the jumping bean.
And this game here, guys, is over.
Yeah, it was a little fight back from Alcaide, wasn't it? But, you know, let's be honest, Phil has played marvellous, hasn't he? He's done... Well, what's he done wrong?
Yeah, he only missed maybe 1 ball in the full match. Missed that long 2 ball. Got him snookered in behind the 7. Other than that, it's been pretty clinical.
Yeah, it's been flawless. It's a race to 11, let's not forget. So, semi-finals, this has been a very, very strong performance. And he's going to be buzzing to get through to another final. He won the European Tour. He won the Masters. Decided not to play Bucharest in Romania last week. He wanted to rest for this event. He went on holiday to Marbella for a few days with his wife Pia. And he's come in, he's about to get through to the final. The final will be a race to 13 as well. Who's he going to play? SVB or Sanchez?
I think deep down he might want to play Shane in the final.
Well, I want him to play Shane. I called this from
too.
the last 16. You know, we've been blessed with some wonderful finals this season on tour. And regardless of who Joshua faces, it's going to be another cracker.
Joshua Filler wins right.
Comprehensive, clinical, classy. All words we perennially associate with Joshua Filler. The crowd chanting his name. The German is in red-hot form at the moment. It will take something to beat him. He has defeated David Alcaide by 11 racks to 4 to reach the final of the inaugural UK Open.
When Francisco Sanchez Ruiz was 6-0 down to Ashok Nathwani in his first match on the one-loss side last Tuesday evening, the idea that he'd still be here at this stage of proceedings would have seemed a very distant prospect. But since then, he's played 136 racks, seen off 10 different opponents, and now faces the champion of the world, who in contrast, apart from a short-lived scare against Skylar Woodward last night, has enjoyed serene progress to this stage. So one Spanish player already gone, Carl. What do you think are the chances of Francisco Sanchez Ruiz booking that trend and pulling off an upset here?
You think anything that FSR watches there in that match? I mean, most pros don't too often, really, but besides the break, maybe.
Yeah, I think we're deep into the event now where these two are more than happy with where they're at. Francisco likes to get on with it though. He plays pretty quick, very natural. Confidence player. Once he gets a lead, everything seems to come easier.
Digging on this ball.
And he's got a lead here, the 6-9 combination. Francisco Sanchez Ruiz takes the opening rack.
It's not the type of shot you really want to cheat the pocket when the 6 is this far away from the side, right? You don't want to stun it too much. Yeah, and that's exactly why.
What a mistake this is. This could be huge in the context of this semi-final.
Yeah, and he's playing so good, I'm surprised he didn't lay up over there on that simple side of the table to cut the 7 and maybe have to work the cue ball, but the diamond side pockets, you know, when you're putting some speed and the ball stunning into the pocket, it's kind of small. And this is where Shane will really, you know, the unexpected time at the table right here, really get him going.
That's a face full of regret. Not surprising after that miss on the 6. We know that Shane Van Boening is a real fishing enthusiast. Francisco Sanchez Ruiz had him hooked on the line here. But he's let him wriggle off, and just when it looked as though he was going to lead 3-0, Sanchez Ruiz has made a terrible lapse. Shane Van Boening gets off the mark. It's 2-1 in the semi-final.
So we'll see how the cueing is. He's going down, so he's trying to go by the 7. I don't know what kind of speed he can put on it for the 4 in the side or up for the corner. Oh, he went between them. I don't know if that was intended, Carl. You would think not, right?
Yeah, I'm with you. I think he's just not quite got into the cue ball enough, and looks like he's hooked. Although maybe he did, looking at that replay.
Yeah, maybe, but that's a funny way to play it, especially with outside English, knowing you're kind of coming back towards traffic. I guess he's fully snookered here. I thought he may have had an edge. Not the most terrible kick shot, though.
30-second shot clock, but you are allowed to call 1 extension per rack.
There's a way to roll this kick to where you have some safety options, but I might have to go for this.
Go for it, as in the side right and middle pocket.
Maybe even off the 8. Oh, he played it at the lighter kind of speed, a little more spin on the cue ball.
Not going to be happy with this, is he? This was a good chance to set a mark down.
Yeah, and really what's fortunate in that position is if he does get there, really natural to come across for the 4 and the 6 over the side. So really this shot here. Oh, that's a lot of pace.
It's going to go behind the 6.
Yeah, and terribly behind the 6 as well. Put a little inside there. I thought it was more of a straight ball.
Yeah, so that's a couple of mistakes now from Shane.
Yeah, getting himself hooked in the last rack ultimately cost him the rack.
Needs to hit a rail.
Foul stroke.
Oh, yes.
No comp. Was no rail afterwards, was it?
I think they need
I
to
would
go
check that.
back. Yeah.
Yeah, I
Came
think
from the cushion and I would
it's
check
close because, and the reason why I say
Bring the
that
replay up, Ben.
is the way the cue ball went a little forward there.
Let's have a look. This is what Marcel Eckhardt, the referee from Berlin, wants to have
I would
another
need the
view
overhead.
of.
Ideally, please. Zoomed in.
What you're going to have to watch is don't watch the 3 as much. Watch after contact on the 3 what the cue ball does as far as going back to the cushion. But I think he did hit the rail first, not ball first. Let's see if it gets back.
Foul stroke.
Oof.
Need another look, I think.
That's about the
It's tight.
toughest one I've ever seen, right?
Yeah,
Yeah, I think we're getting more confused with each time we see it. It's not clearing it up for us at all.
I can't see it properly.
I think the good thing is, though, the fact that we can
Well, it comes off the
Slow-mo,
rail
right?
first.
do the replay.
Let's hear what Marcel has to say.
If you got it like zoomed in.
I don't know if they can't really zoom that
Right.
in. Not through the
Let's see if we can pick it out this time.
Foul stroke. Because of
Just the way the
Could it-
cue
could
ball
it slow
traveled
down?
made me think it had to be a good hit, though, because if you hit, well, I guess if it just caught so thinly.
That
Then tiny
angle
line
makes
with
it
the-
look like it just flicks the rail.
Right.
But I feel like I need 10 goes to watch it.
I think you're right. I think we've slowed it down a bit there, and I think that is a bit more conclusive.
Yeah, it's almost like it hits the rail twice right there, it looks like to me.
That's
But
foul for me. Still, have you got a different screen there?
You can see from here. Watch it here. Tell him to run it back.
Jason Shaw is down there. He's having a good look.
you know, normally you can tell by the aftermath of the cue ball and the object ball the way they react, but this one here, whew,
No, that's definitely a foul.
definitely, I don't know. But Marcel's got to make the call. And
Cue ball came off the cushion, touched the free ball, and never touched it. No, it didn't.
Shane's
Yeah.
disputing this.
well,
Yeah,
I think he should in a manner that I mean,
again.
you can't just simply say that it hit the rail first. We got to see what happens after contact.
Yeah,
You
but
can never
you've
look
got to
at it
draw a
and
line
mind it.
eventually, and the referee has got to ultimately make a decision.
Cushion and foul. Okay, if it was a foul, you have to hit the ball and the cue ball have to stop. You understand that?
No, I don't see that. Right, I call a foul on this one. We're not going to argue about that. Jason, could you stay out of it, please? Thank you.
Yeah, Marcel trying to keep control of the situation here. He's asking Jason Shaw to stay out of things, and with the greatest of respect, I think he's right about that.
Yeah, but the thing is, it's almost impossible to be a foul, right? Because how can the cue ball release from the rail
Stop
without
it.
going back to the rail? Right? Correct?
Yeah, I see what you're saying.
It follows the three. It wasn't a thick enough hit to follow the three without going back to the rail, I think anyways. Be very surprised if he passes this, and really surprised if he doesn't play the shot we were just discussing. Now he's looking off the right side.
I think he's attacking this ball. I think he's playing for the 2 in the top right corner.
3 rails.
Yes.
Wow, watch out, 8 ball and the corner. This would be cold.
What
Wow.
a shot that is, by the way. I know
Yeah.
obviously it got a little near the corner, but to get down and spear that in with left English, a wonderful effort.
Yeah, nothing easy here. He's got to get through this. Any contact on the 9 could put him behind the pink. And he's got to pot a great ball. I don't know.
Just a step too far, but that's what I do admire about Shane's game. He really goes for it, you know. He lives in the moment and attacks it. He'll be disappointed again. It's another mistake.
And Shane will evaluate a little differently at times. Like,
he's also been doing well on the European scene. Got to the quarter-finals of one of the Euro Tour events, the Lascaux Open, and only lost 9-8 to Ekland Kachi. He also got to the quarters of the World Masters, beat Mika Immonen and Albin Ocean along the way. Eventually defeated in the last 8 by Mieszko Fortunski. But back in the present day, he's just opened the door here.
and I thought he may go to the bank looking at the 7. It was really hard to work the cue ball 3 rails. Just kind of like got down on it quickly, I thought. Huge shot for Shane here.
There you see on the graphic they've both had 2 missed pots. But every missed pot, every little error is so magnified in this game.
Yeah, and that's a huge shot, center cut, really no question marks. So, and I think it's close.
Yeah, that gives me a different vibe now on that camera.
Yeah, Shane's really one of the best at this, though. Knows how to play different ones. I think it's okay. Just don't let up, I think. I think if he eases it, maybe he overcuts it.
Pay attention. Could be going to a replay here if that pink 4 slightly moves. Didn't.
Yeah.
So it was on JJ. Is this a good chance now?
Yeah, that was the key. Don't baby it too much. And from that angle, it's very hard to hang the 1, right? You're usually either going to make it or it'll get away from the pocket a little bit. That way, a little extra speed isn't a bad idea. He's going to need a lot of luck. And I don't think he got it. He can play easy safety here or the combo.
So that's what he played. He tried to get the 1 ball over into the cluster of 3 just to see what may happen. He's playing safe. Oh, if that's touching, that makes a big difference.
Huge difference. If it's touching, he's got to kick 2 rails between the 9 and 7, but I think there's a little error there. And Shane will try to come 2 rails here. That way the cue ball will run, whether he makes it or not. Hard kick on the slick table to judge, though. Easy to whiff it. Yeah.
Foul stroke, no contact. Ball in hand.
That is the worst case scenario for SVB. Ball in hand.
And start the clock, please.
Yeah, and having regained control of proceedings with that missed bank on the 4 from Sanchez Ruiz a few racks ago, he's just handed the initiative back to his Spanish opponent. What an opportunity this is.
I don't know. I may bury the bank and jump the 4. I know this sounds crazy, but I mean, I think if he tries to work the cue ball, he probably misses the bank. Now, he got a lot out of it, but it's not going to be enough. Rail first here.
Just not happening at the minute for SVB, is it? Everything's going against him.
Yeah, and he had to put the focus on burying the bank, though. He really had to. I know the cue ball is so important, but not an underdog here, though.
Yeah, wonderful shot. Needs just to bounce. If it doesn't, well, it's not going to, so he's going to be playing a bank shot.
Hey, that's okay. Earn your way through this racking. And we'll see what happens from there. Looks like he'll slide up the rail to me, maybe. I don't know if you draw out to the center, it might be a missable bank. Uh-oh, uh-oh, uh-oh.
Oh, it's the scratch. It's the
stroke.
scratch.
It's
and
just
it's the
not
most
on.
elementary run out from here. He's going to the hill.
Start the clock, please.
Yeah, it's just not happening, is it? Didn't want to contact this 8 ball. If he'd have missed it, it'd have been okay, but he flicked it and scratched, and Francisco's going to get himself on the hill, and you would feel like he's going to get to this final now.
10-4, not quite over and out, but that could be the last big significant moment in this match. And what a feather in his capital B, not only to beat Shane Van Boening if he can, but if it's by this sort of margin, he's going to be walking 10 feet tall around this copper box arena.
Yeah, it's just been one of these sets for Shane, hasn't it?
Yeah, and the funny thing is, you know, the deficit's great, right? But every time he gets to the table, he still looks like he's in game mode. But I think that opportunity of getting to the table has come to an end, in my opinion. I really don't foresee a mistake from the Spaniard from here. One tricky shot, I guess, from the 4 to the 5. I'm not sure he has the 5 in the lower left. It definitely goes in the lower right. Just don't back off on the stroke here. Go ahead and let it out a bit. Yeah, there you go. No time to get shy.
Well, he would never have foreseen this. If it is to be 11-4, when you look at how Shane Van Boening has rolled over so many opponents this week, he did have a tough test in the end against Skylar Woodward, who came back from 8-2 down to close to 9-7. But this is something he hasn't experienced all week. Going a long way behind in the match. It was an eventful start. There was a bit of controversy, some unexpected errors. Sanchez Ruiz made it to 7-1. That was closed to 7-4. But it looks as though he's going to finish with 4 racks in a row.
And he's perfect here. Just a nice little natural angle on the 6 to come down for the round 7 in the side. We can all see the 8 in the corner. The 9 in its usual position-ish. And I'll tell you, I mean, looking forward to our final, and I hate to give any kind of commentator's curse, but the way Ruiz has broke the balls, I feel there's going to have his hands full, you would figure.
One of the greatest moments in Spain's sporting history.
Extension, please.
Was when their footballers won Euro 2008. And 14 years on, it looks as though it's going to be a Spain versus Germany final here. It's still been a springtime to remember for Shane Van Boening. On his last visit to these shores, he won the World Championship, and he'll have great days again. But he isn't going to add this UK Open title.
Overall, it's been a good match this for Sanchez. Good performance, never easy beating Shane, let alone by this score.
He's
beating the world champion, and he's in the final. It's taken him 12 matches to do it. He made such a poor start to the week, but he has hung on, made his way through the loser's side. And now, will it be lucky 13 as he plays yet another match later today when he takes on Joshua Filler for the inaugural UK Open title.